Welcome all. We are just getting going here. Let me just finish setting up the rig. Got to show off what's good. My girlfriend got me this mini camera. Today we're going to modify it. I'm thinking of doing a camo kind of design. And we'll see how that goes. I might do this piece separately, I think. Hopefully we can get some people to jump in. Never can tell with lives. I know YouTube has changed a lot since I was last on here. The blade sucks. And old Bigfoot is shaky today. The tape isn't too much of a concern. It's more for if we get any splash about. I mean, we're only using paint markers, so. That should do there. Again, this is more of a hobby. Nothing too serious. Trying to get a little measurement here. Let's eyeball it. This is a fully functioning little camera, by the way. Takes videos as well. So we'll have to tape off these little buttons. My idea is to make it camouflaged. Just thought that's kind of cool. Put that on for a minute. Probably going to leave the grip part here black, because the camouflage is, you know, more for aesthetic decoration, just sort of like I did to this. This is a Tellison case for a GoPro. And I had bought that, painted it green. And I'm running this test as sort of a beta test because I wanted to do sort of the same camouflage on this GoPro. And then this has sort of all the same effects as a regular digital camera. Boy, is nobody on YouTube today? That's okay, we're gonna crack on. We don't get discouraged around here. I don't know if this is wide enough. It is not. What we'll do here, just gonna cut it flat. Maybe I'll round it. Do you think I can get that? Yeah, not too shabby. We can trim it up. What if we gotta do Couple passes of this, no problem. Again, we're not hitting it with spray paint or anything. Welcome all, welcome. You are the first viewers. We are modifying a little mini camera. We're going to be putting some camouflage on it. I've got some paint pens here. And the idea is just to make it a bit more covert, customized. Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. I have bigger plans for other cameras. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in. These buttons might be a bit more challenging. Wonder if I can cut a perfect circle. Or at least close to it. Welcome, people, welcome. Good to see ya. It's more so I don't touch it, you know, with the paint pen. A little too big. It should be a pretty fun project once we get into the thick of it. That'll do. Over there, I'll leave these exposed because I'm going to leave this little panel the way it is, but I'm going to cover up the screen, I think. Hey, thanks for the like, you guys. Appreciate that, as always. For anyone curious, this is a little box. It is just a little Temu camera. I'm actually surprised at the capability. Hello, Noel. Thanks for dropping in. As I was saying, this little camera and their recording ability is actually quite remarkable. It really reminds me of an old school, like a 90s camcorder. We were using it at Christmas, and it takes very homey, let's say, little pictures. The videos look really retro. Kind of, you know, shaky. Just like old camcorders never used to have any stabilization, so it adds this really quite pleasant effect. Okay, down here, what am I going to do? Rip another one. But I wanted to camouflage it because I like the idea of covert little things. And I'm running sort of a beta test because I want to camouflage a GoPro eventually. I don't want to chop too much off. It's okay, here we can cheat it. I'm not too concerned about having to redo anything. Trying to stay in focus for y'all. I had this idea just at the beginning of fall. I just thought it would be a really neat idea to customize a little camera. It's supposed to be like a keychain camera. And that should do it for what we need to tape off. This little bobble comes off here. It is really just a rinky little thing. I've got 3 colors here I've picked out. I'll need you guys' help because I am colorblind and 2 of these are exactly the same to me. Where to start? Maybe on the back here? Just draw some blobs. Get sort of a camouflage style going. Of course, some of this will need time to dry before we can get on to other parts of it. Appreciate you all tuning in, and I hope your New Year is going well. I know these days can tend to drag on a bit. What's up, Tornado? Good to see you. We're camouflaging this dinky little spy cam. Oh, and I went and touched the paint already. I don't know too much about camouflaging things, but we're just gonna give it a go. This is sort of a beta test for a bigger project I wanted to camouflage. Alright, let's let that paint tack up a bit. Actually, let's do some on the front here, yes. The one thing I'm noticing is it's sort of hard to hold when there's a bunch of little wet spots on it. Well, Bigfoot usually does hide from animals and people, but you've been a long time viewer. You know him about the nitty-gritty little things. I quite enjoy hobbies of most shapes and styles. And I just thought the idea of doing a camouflage style camera was cool because I have my GoPros here. Oh, and by the way, Tornado, I got a letter from Google here. So we love to see that. I know you got your 1,000 there. Hopefully you're on your way. As I was saying, I got this Telesin case for this GoPro. So it's more of like a street camera now. And I'd painted this green so I could lose it in the forest. But I also wanted to paint the front of, as I currently am, the front of a GoPro. Getting a good start. Camouflage as well. Because I do struggle when I'm out in public. I don't like putting a camera in anyone's face or having it really visible, especially in some of the scenarios on other projects I've got going on. This is more of an illusion for me than it is anyone else, to just kind of keep my project to myself. All right, where are we missing? Let's do a blob up here. Turns out shaky hands kind of work good for doing camo. So we've got some there. Let's switch up the colors. Yeah, let's do the dark one. Let's crack on over here. I was told these colors go together fairly organized. Colors are not my forte. I struggle with colors. Focus. And again, I wanted to just sort of beta test. This is only a $10 little camera. Came with the memory card, which I thought was pretty skookum. Let's do one here. Sort of finding the flow now. And I guess truthfully, I saw this idea in my head and I thought it would just make a cool video. And I do like me a good YouTube video. And so running this as an experiment, hoping I can produce a more long form video. Now that the channel's monetized, I am looking for ways to kind of take advantage of that. Although it seems lots of things on YouTube here are sort of suffering for the algorithm. I'm just gonna switch you guys. Let's do something more like that. I know YouTube has been pushing a lot of AI kind of stuff. I've dabbled in it. Um, I find kind of some of it too cheap. I don't like slopping it up. Because videos to me have always been, it's like art, right? You could put your heart and your soul. And for me, this is my kind of fascination channel. And so when I get an idea or something I want to focus on, I like to make a little video and share it. Document it, let's say. And so when everything has to be AI, I find that just a little disheartening. I kind of like that combo of those. It's really coming together. Again, we'll go back over and touch it all up after. To begin, begin. That's what I've always heard. Let me know what you guys think down there in the comments. Please leave a like. Also with the kids, they watch all sorts of craft channels, ZHC and all them, and I see them customizing stuff all the time. I go, wow, this is cool. And I like the format of challenges and stuff like that. I know every channel, big channel especially, seems to have its own controversies. But at heart, I think there's a lot of truth to be had in what captures an audience and what's truly fascinating to somebody. And two of my big ones are filming stuff, pictures, and making videos. Sort of blobbing out. Let's get that third color going. Guys, welcome, welcome. All 5 of you. I appreciate you being here. I'm actually just gonna tape over that lens so that I don't touch it, but I can grab it. Let's fill in some of these spots here. I bought these paint pens years ago. So I'm happy to be putting them to use finally. They're actually for a bigger project I had told many of you about almost a year ago. Where I have a big canvas that's really abstract. But in that abstract is a bunch of things I wanted to highlight. So I got paint pens so I could essentially draw out and show the world what I was seeing in there. Yeah, I kind of like it. Let's do a big one in here. Connect a couple of these. Oh, my thumb is blurring you out. Sorry about that. Guys, welcome. Thank you for joining. This color is really nice when it flows. This is my first attempt at camouflaging something, so bear with me. Hopefully my color scheme is acceptable. As always, let me know if I can improve anything. This channel is grown strictly on viewers like you. When we did the keys, I had so much help from just random awesome people watching and letting me know what they thought about tools I was using and the way I was using them. And once I get this first coat done, I'll go back and hit up some of the other spots, the misses, so to speak. Hey guys, thanks for the likes. I appreciate that. All right, go to the bottom. Let's squeak this one over here. Let me know if you've ever painted camouflage before and if I can improve. And if you find the time, please like the stream. It goes a long way. It really helps. Okay. Color scheme's coming along. And for anyone wondering, this is a tiny, it's like a keychain camera. It's pretty dinky. Let's fill in some of this here. Trying to keep my fat fingers off of the wet stuff. Try to get our blobs right. Appreciate you tuning in. I think this is our third color. Again, this stuff is not my forte. What's going on with my lighting here? Well, I'm seeing the vision now. If I can keep track of my colors. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. I'll take this gray one. Gray, if anyone's wondering. Bigfoot doesn't see colors very well. Excuse my heat kicking on in the background. I'm sure that's noisy. up here in the Great White North. Appreciate you all tuning in. Do me a favor and hit that like button. Double tap your screen if you don't know where it is. Yeah, not too shabby. Hardest part is holding this rinky thing while trying to get colors put on. Trying to keep the lines here sort of uniform and neat. We don't have to worry about this stem because there's a little lens that goes on there. Alright, we'll switch up to the back now. Thank you guys for tuning in. If anyone's wondering what we're up to here, we are just camouflaging a mini camera. So maybe I'll do the top here. What color did we leave off with? Why are we camouflaging this? Strictly for fun. Because we can. And it, you know, sort of felt in a winter slump. And I told myself today, you know what? I'm just gonna do something. Doesn't have to be grand. It's just gotta be something. And I'm glad I did. Boy, I hope those colors are different. I think they're different. We're about to find out. Nope, those colors are the same. That's okay. Camouflage will work regardless. So that color is this color then, I think. And it's only paint. You can go back after and retouch anything. I really like that's coming together good. Whoops. I'll switch back to gray. The gray. I'm told it's green, but I don't know what to believe. Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Slow down a little bit here. Yeah, once these colors dry, I can sort of see more of a difference. The problem is to me, these two colors are exactly the same. So when applying them, I can't really see which one is dark and which one was light. I probably could have coordinated it a little bit better. Whoops. I think for my next one I will pick absolutely different colors, regardless of if they go together or not. Well, I think we got the whole thing covered. Whether or not the colors look good, I don't know. Let's let it dry for a minute here. And I want to keep the black on the edge of this tulip, it's called. It'll give me something to hold as well. And we'll paint this one up. I'm just going to go in an order though, so don't screw this one up as bad. Do that. Okay, bear with me for a second. Just trying to focus that camera a little bit. There's a shadow here that shows on the camera, but it is not anywhere I can see it. Okay, that's the one we just used. Now we're going to switch to this dark one once we get it flowing. Hey, thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate that. Again, no obligation to stick around. This is just a trial. But if you feel inclined to come back and see a finished product, make sure you subscribe. Costs you nothing, helps everybody. Boosts me in the algorithm. Okay, we got some gray. We did that one. Okay, I'll chunk that one in. Oh, perfect. The heater just kicked off, so you guys can hear me breathing again. If you feel inclined, let me know how your New Year's going. I have been in a lull as far as content creation. Back to the beginning here. Let's get more of a pattern going here. Okay. Do some gray up in here. Oops. It's okay. Just trying to get this to flow a bit better. There we go. Should look pretty cool. This is drying up pretty nice. A few touch-ups to do. Okay, we did that one. Now it's time for this one again. Back to the beginning. Welcome, welcome, people. We are camouflaging a spy cam. not sure what the exact rules for camouflaging are. Little continents, I guess. Oops. Slips. Mess. Touch up some of these spots. I sort of want it to look a little rugged, you know? If I ever drop this in the forest, I'm going to lose it, though. Okay, this green is this one. Okay, this is all trial run. Looks pretty good. Because I want to do the same thing to a GoPro. Boy, I wish I could tell that apart. Okay, let's get back to the camera here and just touch up some of this gray. Gray that I am told is green. I am colorblind. It's a good flow. Not sure what my camera's problem is today. It's really not wanting to pick up anything but my hands. Not too shabby. I'm pretty confident I have the right color here. But I've been wrong before. All right, light green. If not, we'll just switch some of them up. So much concentration. Couple last spots here. I think the camera's pretty much done. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want it to look pretty good. Yeah, I kind of like that. This thing is incredibly hard to hold. All right. One last touch of the gray over here. Touch up down here. I think from there we just let it dry for a bit. That there, and then we'll move back onto our tulip. Just touch up some of these lines. I can't wait to reveal this thing. I'm super surprised with how well it actually turned out. Oh, except I messed up my line. I believe this is the light green. Get our last color going here. So we can get it flowing, that would be nice. There we go, guys. I think that's all we need. Oh, there's a touch up here I can see. Waiting for paint. Always waiting on the paint. There it is. SpyCam camouflaged. Just let it dry for a minute here. I think I can set it like that. You guys enjoy the studio for a second. Here's my full-size one, if anyone's curious. Boop. My Nikon D7500. And again, I want to do that same project to these little GoPros. Here I have one that fits in a street camera handle. Pretty fancy, I know. Tried to match my watch, which I need to adjust still. But we made pretty good progress. I think the camouflage looks pretty sleek once it dries up. The little mini cam. Could use a touch up here and there. I'm really going to let that paint harden for a bit. And then we'll see if I can lose it in the woods. I've got to take this paint tape off now. That one I'll leave on. Couple runs, not a big deal. Again, this isn't the most high-end SpyCam. It was $10 on Temu. Let it tack up for a minute. I'll be right back. I've also got this little guy. Picked it up on sale. I'm in love with tiny cameras. This is just another little action cam that I'd like to customize somehow. The little one we did there, it's just a little keychain camera. It works great. It has a really nostalgic kind of filter when it gets going. You can take video with it too. I mean, it's not stabilized or anything, but it really reminded me of those 90s, maybe early 2000s camcorders. We were taking some home video for Christmas. It looks essentially exactly the same. There's that. Customized, camouflaged minicam. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, it has a flash too. You can see it there. That was fun. Probably try this same project on a few other things in the future. Like I was saying, I want to do the GoPros for my street cam adapter. And I'd like to do the big Nikon eventually. Probably in something a bit more hardy than these paint pens. This was, they worked really good. I kind of really like the pattern on that. Just a neat little project. Again, had to do something today. Appreciate you all for stopping in. If you missed it, we camouflaged this. Appreciate you being here. Take care.